Wheels on fire, rolling down the road. There's nowhere by my next of kin. This will shall explode.
Yes! Yes, yes! Yes. Yes. Yes! It'll look all right with a bit of jewelry. Oh, come on, come on, come on. Oh, bloody hell. Later. No, there is not enough room on my bones for that kind of weight. Those are real gold. They must weigh more than that. Oh, no, 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 no.
Wheels on fire, rolling down the road. There's nowhere by my next of kin. This will shall explode. If your memory serves you well, we were gonna meet again anyway. So I'm going to unpack all my things and set before it gets too late. No man alive will come to you with another down the
Oh, dear. Sweetie, I'm only going to wear orange from now on, you know, religious purposes.
You've been getting dressed for 3 hours and you still look like a bloated citrus fruit.
Oh, sweetie, you know, orange is a very healing colour, darling, a very positive colour. You know, I'm going to throw out all my other clothes.
Is that really the best you could come up with?
Sweetie, only this and the dreaded caftan fitted. You know, I say fitted, darling, it was filled to capacity. All my clothes have got stretch marks, darling. You won't believe how much I weigh.
I would.
Honestly, darling, I mean, I know I don't look hugely overweight.
You do.
But what I saw in the mirror shocked me, darling. You know, Barbara Bush with no clothes on.
What did you expect?
Marissa Berenson, darling.
Who?
Marissa Berenson. I only ever see Marissa Berenson. You know, sometimes sure.
Oh, pre-knife. Would you like a cup of tea?
No, darling, coffee. Black. You know, I mustn't drink milk, sweetie. You know, why am I so fat, darling?
You're not so fat.
Darling, I am, but why?
Well, to start, you eat too much, you drink too much, and you take no exercise.
Oh, darling, please. You know, it's far more likely to be an allergy to something, you know, sort of build-up of toxins, you know, a hormonal imbalance. And also, sweetie, you do know that I have a very heavy aura. That's why animals love me so much.
They see you as something to hibernate in. I take it you want a chocolate croissant?
Pain au chocolat, we call it in this house, sweetie. No thanks, darling, I won't. You know, perhaps I'll just take a corner of yours. You know, there's only one thing to be done, sweetie. You know, darling, it's just the chocolate in these I have to avoid. I'm all right with a pastry. Hello, may I speak with Dr. Jackson, please? It's Adina.
Mum.
Eddie! Oh, hello, my darling. It's Eddie. Listen, I want to have some more of those pills that you gave me last time. You know, I want to lose a stone before Christmas. Yes, I know it's in 2 weeks' time. Oh, but it must be years since I had them last. Yes, but they were just palpitations, for God's sake. You know, are you telling me, Philip, that you're not going to give them to me? You know, what's the use of having a private doctor if he won't give you what you want? Listen, please. But I want them to kill me! Philip? Philip? Can you believe he's not going to give them to me?
Good. You can't just take loads of speed to lose weight, Mum.
I'm telling you, can believe me. He treats royalty. You know, and who wouldn't suffer a minor coronary for that degree of weight loss?
Mum, all you have to do is eat less and take a bit of exercise.
Oh, sweetie. You know, if it were that easy, everybody would be doing it. You know? And that's not fair. I do take exercise.
You get out of bed. It ends there.
Sweetie, it's not what I eat or how much I eat. It's all this stuff in here, huh? This fridge is filled with crap, just filled with crap. You know, darling, I should be eating organic food. You know, food with a dirt still on it, sweetie. I shouldn't be eating all this, you know, throw out all the food in this fridge. It's revolting. You know, I should be eating green and white, holistic food, sweetie. I should not be eating, you know, all of the... This one's still got some in it. You know, I should not be eating this, you know, this and this and this, you know. What am I going to eat? What I'm going to do... Sweetie, I'm going to go on a fast, okay? You know, no, not that kind of fast, sweetie, a special kind of fast.
Sort of eat a lot sort of fast.
Darling, you know, just trying to help me a bit here, will you?
What can I say?
Oh, sweetie, try and be a little less Western in your thinking. You know, you realize that in Zen terms, darling, everything in the universe is just molecules, huh? You know, yin and yang, ping and pong. You know, darling, you know, this is my set of molecules here, and that's your clump of molecules over there, and, you know, essentially, darling, there's no difference between me and the coffee, me and the table, me and a tree, me and Madonna.
Except you have a fatter bottom.
Sweetie.
What do you want me to say, Mum? It doesn't matter to me that you haven't seen your navel in 25 years, or that you have to wear your stomach as a kilt. Just tell me that you're happy.
Oh, sweetie, how can I be happy, you know? How can I with this great bulk hanging off my skeleton, darling? I can't.
Then do something about it, but do something sensible.
Do not use that word in this house. Sensible.
You're not ill. You don't have a disease.
That we know of.
You're not menopausal.
No, darling, I'm still very much menstrual, thank you.
You've been tested for everything under the sun. You're not allergic to anything.
Wrong. Jellyfish.
There's more of your blood in test tubes around the world than is in your veins. You've tried every fad drug and every fad diet that's ever existed. More of your money has gone into your quest for twigginess that goes into aiding a third world nation. And then somehow, Mum, somehow, you're still 2 stone overweight.
1 stone?
Mum.
You know, for my height, sweetie.
How tall are you?
6 foot.
Morning, Eddie!
Sweetie, I'm going to lift my shirt. I want an honest opinion.
Surgery. Liposuction to the stomach and hips, bum lift, tit lift, loser rib. So, body crisis,
So, are you sure about the surgery?
Well, it's a viable option nowadays. Everyone's doing it.
My face too.
Well, it's up to you.
Oh, God, darling, it is a bit Germaine Greerish, isn't it?
God forbid, darling.
Well, I think she's great.
Darling, she used to be cool, but Mr. Gravity has not been kind to that woman. So, face, yes.
No.
Darling, look at those wrinkles.
No, Mum, that's what aging looks like.
Darling, this is premature aging. Therefore, I can legitimately have it corrected.
You look fine.
So, I could look better, sweetie. So, face.
Time and money is all it takes, Ed. Look, you have to be scientific about this, okay? Have a quick flick through those. Find someone you want to look like.
Right.
That'll be Dad.
What's he doing here?
He's come to see me.
No, I do need a bit of inspiration, perhaps. No, could go out and buy a whole lot of clothes 2 sizes too small for me. I've done that before.
Yeah.
What's the recovery time on Lippo?
Hours.
Well, then I can have it done before our holidays, our Christmas holidays. I can.
Yeah.
Hello, all.
Just?
Patsy,
I wasn't informed you were coming.
I thought you would be at work. I'm here to see my daughter.
Oh, she's my daughter too, you know.
I'll never be allowed to forget.
I trust Oliver's not with you.
Mum, stop it.
Darling,
We are your parents having a civilized conversation, so butt out.
how are things with Oliver?
Oh, very good, thank you.
Oh, good. I'm glad. I'm very pleased to hear it.
Steady, Eddie.
How you could have decided to live with that vicious, evil, pot-bellied, ugly dwarf is beyond me.
Your mother and I were very happy for a time, you know.
You turn up here without so much as a present for me.
No, not this time, Dad.
You sit in that antique shop of yours all day and no thought of a present or any thought for me at all. You know, who is here looking after your daughter, huh?
All right. In the shop there is this little antique Indian turban box. Silver inlaid top, beautiful hand-painted scenes around the sides. £1,000.
Oh, thank you, darling.
Table, 18th century,
Yeah.
walnut, turned legs, beautiful in the dining room, darling.
Thank you, Justin. Oh, come on, Ed, let's go. Cars here.
Dad, stop compensating her. It's been nearly 10 years.
Goodbye, sweetie.
Driving in.
What do you think I should do, darling? Fly? Actually, perhaps that's not a bad idea.
I just find it strange. I just don't understand how someone who's been into absolutely everything for the past 20 years has somehow dodged ever taking any exercise. That fad, that craze was missed by a mile.
Oh, darling, will you stop showing off to your father, please? You know, let me explain something to you. You know, help me here, Justin. You know, in the 60s, we were too busy getting stoned to exercise, to jog. You know, in the 70s, we had platform shoes this high, darling, this high. In the 80s, what happened in the 80s?
Brain cells destroyed in the 60s. She can't remember. The age of the punk.
Oh, yeah.
Punk, darling. We were too busy putting pins through our noses.
Weren't you too old to be a punk?
Darling, I was a punk.
I know.
Don't let her torture you, Ed. I mean, she's the one who ruined your figure in the first place. She's the one that turned you into this potato that we see before us.
That's not fair. I liked you when you were heavier. You was more cuddly.
Well, I think I'm going to vomit.
I mean tough, really.
Oh, come on, let's go.
Pats,
Yeah.
we're going to go on public transport.
Are you mad? I've got nothing to wear on public transport.
Sweetie, I can't have my daughter thinking she's so great because she can use public transport. Anyone can go on public transport, sweetie.
I know, that's the point.
Come on, Pats. I'm going to get that street thing I always use. You know, the A to street. Yeah, that thing. Well, a taxi is public, darling, and it is transport.
Of course it is. I mean, you don't have to be travelling on rat-infested sewer trains to be travelling on public
Well,
transport.
that would be ridiculous, sweetie. So tell me, do you think there's enough space, you know, to fit in a helipad in the front? Is it wide enough?
You'd have to move the pots, darling.
Yes. Anyway. Oh, so I'm here, everything's under control.
Yes, everything's perfectly under control.
Anything I should know about, sweetie?
Yes, some of them whatchamacallums
Yes.
come through.
What?
The paper that comes out.
What paper?
The very important, urgent paper.
Oh, darling, what paper?
The paper that comes out the answering machine.
The fax machine, darling, the fax machine.
It comes and it comes. I got most of them down on my pad.
All right, let's have a look at your pad. Right, we are being saved by English heritage. What's that all about?
Where?
Here, saved.
Oh no, sued.
Well, only 4 letters different, I suppose. That's all right. So, why are we being sued by English heritage?
Apparently, at that last photo shoot you organised, somebody moved a bunch of old rocks or something.
Moved a couple of old rocks, my God.
Stonehenge, Pat. Yeah. Anyway,
So they should be glad for the publicity.
exactly. So give that one to my lawyer. Right, so Penny called from LA. Penny who?
It'll come to me. It's only urgent, Tish. She's coming over just before Christmas. She wanted to talk to you about a shop or something. Yes, she wanted to sell you some things or
Darling,
something.
I have a shop, remember? My shop?
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, Pat, I can't find anybody in any of these magazines that I want to look like, sweetie. I really can't, you know. And paging and paging and Ah. Oh, she's all right. Who's she?
That's Ivana Trump.
Oh. She's quite good, isn't she?
Do you think so? She looks like a classic bimbo to me. All that terrible blonde hair piled on top of her head. False tan, absolutely no character. She's always pouting, and her skirt's too short. It's pathetic, these older women struggling to look 25. Sorry.
I think she's tremendous.
You're very thin, aren't you, Bubble?
She's emaciated, like her brain.
I know, it's terrible. I can eat whatever I like and I just don't get any fatter. I cannot put on weight.
How terrible.
I know. Oh, I've just remembered what she's called. Penny Casper Morse.
Penny Cass. Penny Casper's coming, and I'm fat. Penny Casper's coming, and I'm fat.
Who's Penny Casper?
What's she doing?
What pills did you give her?
Some tranquilizers, don't question me.
I think she's sleep jogging. She did this for about 3 weeks before we were married. She was anxious about her weight. She wanted to get married in hot pants.
Well, did she?
Knickerbockers.
Poor old fat old thing. I mean, she's like a beached whale in designer sheets. I mean, it can't have been easy for her growing up in our generation. The ear of the shrimp and the twig. Penny Casper was the stick. I mean, what hope does she have?
Well, what did they call her?
Eddie was called the shredder because she ate huge amounts of tissues.
Whole toilet rolls.
No, this is pathetic. She's not even fat.
And I'm Jane Horrocks.
You're right, she's desperately unhappy. We've got to help her. I'm going to do something. I'm going to get her thin so she can face that damn bitch with some dignity, damn it. I mean, she means a lot to all of us. Well, she's been a damn good friend to me, and I'm going to be there for her. I mean, she's helpless. She's got no willpower. We've been through a lot together, and I'm not going to let her down. Wake up, Eddie. Wake up, damn you. It'll be all right. You will be damn thin. You'll be damn well be damn thin. Oh, God. Eddie, don't sleep, don't sleep. We may have to pump her out again.
And 1, 2, 3. Keep going. You're doing great.
Oh, bloody hell would she know, bitch.
Okay, we're gonna slow things down a bit and work those abdominals. Lie down on your mat and let's get going.
Go for
It doesn't have to be a big movement, but make sure you squeeze those tummy muscles and lift your head and shoulders off the mat.
Go for it, sweetie.
And 1, 2, 3, 4. Keep going. We're going all the way to 40. Looking great. And 15, 16,
I think you're supposed to
17,
lift your head, sweetie.
18, 19, 20.
trying.
Halfway
No,
there.
darling, you see, I think your head's supposed to go up.
Sweetie, I can move my eyes.
Well, those are muscles, right?
I think I must try jogging.
Good job, ladies.
Oh, sweetie. Nice one, Ed.
How far did you get?
Oh, darling, I went around.
Did you do a circuit?
Around, darling, around.
Round the living room, dear.
I went down Mead Road, sweetie. And then I went right round Elgin Place, right round the Crescent, sweetie, across the traffic lights and back.
Down the road and back?
Yes, sweetie.
You know,
You shouldn't eat so much, little piggy.
I don't eat too much. I hardly eat anything. I'm living on fresh air and mung beans.
Where you got your grandmother's hips?
And whose fault is that? You know, it's all there, that white bread, the chips, the lard, the suet pudding, drenched in treacle. I was forced to eat as a child. You know, all the endless cups of sugary tea.
Oh, and Mr. Whippy?
You know, the biscuits, darling, the chips, the animal fat, the meat fried in 6 inches of animal fat. Thanks to that.
That was before we got the deep freeze.
Well, even then it was the same food, only colder. But you know where the problem really started, sweetie, don't you? The problem started because I was not even breastfed.
Don't be ridiculous. It wasn't fashionable in those days. Imagine me with that class to my breast.
Well, sweetie, I want better for you, my darling. You know, I want a lot. I don't want you to be like me, sweetie, with all my complicated but still rather marvellous hang-ups, sweetie. I don't want that. I don't want that. At least, darling, you were breastfed.
What? By whom? You said that your tubes blocked, your milk dried up, and your nipples dropped off.
They did, darling, they did.
Then whom was I breastfed by? Not any of those saggy, titted hippies we lived with.
Darling, you know, it was a commune, that was the point. But still, you know, they did all right by you, didn't they, darling? You're all right, aren't you, sweetie? You're all right?
How many? Which
Well,
ones?
darling, it doesn't matter. They've all died of overdoses since anything. But the point is, darling, that at least you are not that like me. You know, what none of you seems to realize is that inside of me there's a thin person just screaming to get out.
Only the one, dear. You could get your jaw wired off.
No, darling, I've done that. I've done that. It only lasted 2 hours, and perhaps, you know, my will to speak was too strong. What are you doing here?
Look, we're still all right. We've still got time to go to the clinic for emergency liposuction.
Darling, yes, you know, let's be sensible about this. You know, Penny gets here on Christmas Eve, which is Tuesday.
Tomorrow.
You know, and there's still a lot of time. And I can lose a lot of weight between now and Tuesday.
Tomorrow.
What?
Tomorrow evening.
Why do you keep saying that?
Because it's true. She rang up. She's coming in early. She'll be here tomorrow.
No! No!
She can run with the right motivation.
Why is there something wrong? I'm always doing that.
I'm phoning the clinic.
Yes, emergency liposuction, please. I'm going to book you in for collagen lips at the same time. I want you to find out how painful it is.
Looking good, feeling great. Looking good, feeling great. Looks all right, darling, doesn't it? You know, covers a bit. Thin ankles, darling, thin ankles.
I'm glad you didn't get the liposuction, Mum.
No, darling, no. I consulted my spirit guides and they told me not to.
She had a nightmare last night and chickened out.
Well, don't just sit there, all of you. You know, come and stand there, come and mill about. Come and form a wall so that when Penny comes, you can't see where I end and you begin.
I think you look great.
Dad, shut up.
She does. She looks fine.
Stand here so she doesn't get a clear view.
Kate, she's here.
Great news!
She's fat.
No, better than that.
She's dead.
No, she's blind.
Penny Cuthbert's blind! Penny Cuthbert's blind!
like only last year. Well, it does come around once a year, dear.
It's New Year's Eve. Christmas last week. Remember Mum's friend came to visit?
Oh, should old acquaintance be?
What?
Oh, well, never mind. Is there anything I can do for you, dear?
You could rinse these grapes, friend.
Are they seedless?
Yes.
I like them. I'd never go back to Pips now.
Not on the same with seedless.
Oh, try to think of one, darling. You know, everyone's got to have one. I've got one. You know, sweetie, my New Year's resolution to have more fun. What's yours, Pat?
Oh, I don't know. I think just to be a little bit more relaxed.
You, more relaxed. What's that? Dead? Well, it cancels out my New Year's resolution.
Sweetie, what are you doing here?
I thought you knew.
No.
Where are you going tonight, Mum?
Oh, darling, Pat, as part of my special New Year's Eve treat, has got a contact who can get us into the hippest club that you can ever imagine, darling. Hippest club in the universe. It's so hip, it's not even a club, sweetie. You know, forget about your megatropolis ambient house, darling, you know, with Red Indian jungle synth. Forget about your, you know, your ram, glam, trashy ambient jazz, darling, with a Mickey, you know, Dennis the Menace and a couple of black and whites thrown in, sweetie. And hello to Frankie Knuckles, CD-ROM dance happening, sweetie. And forget your E's and your LSDs, sweetie. There's a whole alphabet of designer drugs out there.
Where is it?
Pat's?
Underground car park in Romsey.
Fabulous.
Yeah.
I wondered why you weren't in New York.
Oh, darling, you know that place in New York was all right, but, you know.
The Karl Lagerfeld Club on something bonded 64.
Oh, darling, I didn't know you knew about that.
I'm still on their mailing list.
That was Pat's little joke from last year, sweetie. Did you get anything on their mailing list?
No.
Their catalogue? Nothing?
No. If I wanted things whipped, I'd go to Peter Jones.
Oh, they can beat anything, apparently.
Well, darling, you didn't think I'd be here with you, did you?
Well, Mum, actually I did. I've got Dad coming over.
Oh. What, no Oliver?
No, he's with his family.
Oh, I didn't know that spawn of Satan had family gatherings.
And Grand's here. We were all really, really hoping, Mum, that you would be too. I know they will be heartbroken.
Eddie?
I'm ignoring it, Pat.
But do stay, but I don't expect you to break the habit of a lifetime.
Oh, darling, that's simply not fair.
No.
You know, there were times when you were little.
Yes.
When what, darling?
Yes.
When what?
When even a dog refused to babysit.
Exactly. You know, and I was forced to see in the new year here with you, darling.
Yeah.
Never. You were always pissed by midnight. Big Ben counted you out.
Big Ben?
Yes.
Who's Big Ben?
Oh, come on, let's crack open the bully. Let's get this party underway.
So, this New Year thing, am I right in thinking it's when the year goes up one?
Yes?
No, only one, dear.
To 1995, sweetie.
I shall make a note of that in my pad. At what time does it occur?
Midnight?
Because I'm always signing checks for you with the wrong date.
What?
It's clever the way it happens, isn't it? Because 12 months go by, of their own accord, and then all of a sudden it changes. It knows what it is, and, as if by magic, so does everybody else. A sweet, sad passage of time.
What is she drivelling on about?
I don't know, darling. I think she's clearing a blockage or something. But she's still now, so I think we're safe. You, what are you doing here?
It'll come to me.
Oh, that'll be Dad. Hello? Mum, it's Marshall.
Never rains, but it pours. Ex-husband flash flood. Hello, Marshall. Where's my son?
Look, I suggested that he come to you for New Year's, but, well, you know what he's like. He went straight out and booked a job in Sarajevo.
Good God. And you, how are you doing? Aren't you due for another breakdown or something?
No, I'm doing great, thanks. Yes.
And the film?
Oh, well, the animation was not a great box office success, but, look, we've gone into turnaround, and, well, On a sidebar, let me just say, I've anchored myself to Disney, and we're developing a relationship.
He's out of work again.
No. Although I am seeing someone new.
Describe her to me, Marshall.
I'll let her describe herself. Here you go, darling.
Oh. Hello?
Hi.
Hi, my name's Cherish with a Y. I work out of West Hollywood with Lorenzo. I'm 117 pounds on a good day. I like to surf and turf in that order.
That's enough now, Cherish. Go on.
Things I like to do. I like to walk on the beach with the wind in my heart and meaningful thoughts in my hair. I get really distressed by violence and hatred towards people, and we should really just reach out our arms across because like the whales, our tongues transcend the wide oceans. Oh, by the way, I do greeting cards for all occasions. Births, deaths, reincarnations, coming of spirits.
Give me the phone now.
Well, that's about it, really. Chimney, old chap.
Give me the phone, Cherish.
How come when she put the phone to her ear, all I could hear was the ocean?
Oh, well.
Do you mind? I'm on the phone.
Oh, excuse us.
Oh, look, anyway, Happy New Year outside.
Happy New Year, Marsh.
Yeah, see you soon.
See you then.
You have a really great sense of humor.
Well, you do have fantastic tits.
Thank you.
How come all my ex-husbands end up with bimbos?
Sappy dear, how did you like your Christmas present?
Oh, I love it. Thank you, Dad. Oh, sweetie. Did you get that lovely little, that lovely little, the Harrod's hamster. Harrod's hamster that I gave you for Christmas.
Hamper? Harrod's hamper?
Hamper.
Not completely useless, me. Which reminds me, I know something. Oh, come to me. You have a sister.
Yes, darling, everybody knows that.
I didn't know that.
Yes.
There's more. She has a name.
Yes.
Her name is Jackie.
Oh,
How did you know that? I didn't tell you that.
Sister, that I'd like to see.
Oh, well, you can. She's coming over in a minute. In a minute?
How do you know?
Oh, she taxed the office while you were on holiday.
Oh, Eddie Jacks takes the facts. Facts.
Oh, she's coming in tonight. Oh, she texted the... Oh, my gosh, she's going to be here with us tonight. She can come out with us.
No, darling. You know why is she coming? What does she want?
It doesn't matter what she wants. It's enough that she's coming here tonight. She can come out with us.
Sweetie, this is supposed to be mine.
Oh, Eddie, it'll be fantastic. Jack's out with us.
No.
Oh, Jackie is fabulous on an international scale. I mean, wherever Jackie is the place to be. I mean, the jet set follow her like a flock of migrating birds. You know, the Khashoggis, the Grimaldis, the Fantisans, the Rothschilds.
she sounds like a fascinating woman.
Jackie is behind the rich and powerful, beside the rich and powerful, under the rich and powerful. Ski runs in Switzerland.
Drug runs in Cuba.
Eddie.
Oh, come on, Pax. You know that's the truth. The woman's a walking hypodermic.
Well, at least she had the guts to do it.
Well, when last did you see her?
Wasn't so long ago, I suppose.
Oh, I remember when it was. It was when she was part of that group. Was it the Beach Boys or the Beatles?
It was the Bader Meinhof. No, that must be 20 years ago.
Oh, I can't wait to meet this woman.
Oh, I bet that's the first time you ever said that.
I hope she's going out with you tonight, Mum.
Well, she's hardly going to want to stick around here when Frankie Knuckles beckons.
Darling, does she have to come with us?
Oh, Eddie, it'll be fabulous. Jack's out with us. She won't be any trouble, darling. I promise you, on my honour. Please.
Patsy's honour.
Send out a search party.
Darling, you can do whatever you like.
So, this is Eddie's place. Not bad. Not so vulgar as I expected.
Do you like it, Jax?
Close. So, what area is this? Shepherd's Bush?
It's Holland Park. Holland Park. Hi. Hi, Jax. Eddie. Hi.
Yes, I remember you. Another one who has ballooned. So, what is it? A waxworks museum? The House of Wax?
Darling, we'll have to help Pat. She's not used to entertaining on a scale.
Any scale.
This is my daughter, Safi.
Oh, never mind. Too late to flush her now.
I'm Justin.
A man! Thank God. There's nothing I hate more than being an all-female company.
Little does she know.
I'm Safi's father.
Oh, how sweet of you to admit to a thing like that. Is it very bright in here, or am I badly lit?
My darling, that would be impossible.
Oh, come, darling. Jax, come and have a seat. We're going to have a quick drink, and then we're going to pop out to this club. Pop out to this club.
Champagne.
So, 20 years.
Is it? Oh, yes. It was just before our mother died. How was the funeral?
Oh, not bad.
She was dead, wasn't she?
Yes. Yeah.
Then it was great. Any of the others there?
No, I was the only one.
What's that supposed to mean?
No, I didn't expect you to be there, Jax.
How many of you are there? I don't know much about Patsy's family.
Why should you? You deserve to be kept in the dark.
My God, if you were mine, I'd go one step further and put a bag over your head.
Excuse me. I have to finish cooking.
What's the matter? Can't take the heat.
She puts you in the shade. You're a very poor reproduction.
So how many of you are there? Brothers and sisters?
No one knows. Our mother gave birth like a giant sprinkler, scattering bastard babies to the four corners of the globe.
Aptly put.
Do you all have the same father?
No one knows. Mother was such a slut.
Could have been any of the men in any of the bars in France. She was the entertainment.
Before slot machines.
She was the slot machine.
So, which of you is the bigger sister?
I am.
Well, you both look so great. Just as a point of interest, how old are you?
I'm 39.
Excuse me, I have to go to the bathroom a moment.
Upstairs to the left. Don't wander about.
Well, I think she's wonderful.
Oh, that is so typical of you, isn't it? Any bitch with a drug habit, you're anybody's. What is she? She's Judy and Marlena rolled into one for you.
Get her to tell you the Dietrich stories.
Oh, no, darling, no. She does the whole of Carnegie Hall. We'll be here all night.
You are clever doing all this.
Not all of it's mine. The salads are Delia Smith's.
Oh, does she know you've got them?
Is there anything I can do, dear?
No, Gran. No. Mum, did you hear what that woman said to me?
Well, she is witty. I will give her that.
What gives her the right to treat people like that?
Darling, she's thin.
You okay, Jax? You got everything you need? I've got a stash if you need something softer.
Toilet paper?
No. Next time you need to, freshen up a little.
Oh, no, darling. I don't do that anymore. I just needed the loo. I have got a little bladder problem at the moment. Do you have anything to eat?
To
Eat?
But Jax, we're just about to go out.
I have to eat something.
Darling, I just have to find my cigarette.
Yes, we'll be coming in a minute, darling, but there's no rush about this. It's not the sort of club that you arrive at early, so let's just be cool about this, babe, okay? And the thing is that Jax...
Jax what?
No,
Jax.
I am feeling a little peckish. So have you got any of those, food things? Oh, cheers. Yeah. Delicious.
Are you all right, Pats?
Yeah.
Are you, darling?
Gran, are you all right?
Yes, dear. Who are we?
Well, it's Dad and us and Bubble, it appears.
Oh, dear, I was hoping you'd start with me. I mean, who am I? Is it a book or a film?
Gran, how many of these pills are you taking?
Only a few, dear. Just a few, dear. Oh.
You know, I have a theory that all Englishmen are gay.
If only. Although, I'm not English.
You're not?
No, I'm Canadian.
My God, you admit to that as well.
So, Jackie, the midnight hour draws closer. Do you have any New Year's resolutions?
Oh, I think just to resist the surgeon's knife for yet another year. So, you are in antiques. You know, I don't know very much about antiques. The only Chippendale I ever sat on had 2 legs.
She's eating the potpourri.
Let her. Jax, crisps are here, darling.
Yes, I know. They're disgusting. Don't you have any decent food in the house?
No. Apparently, Faye Dunaway had her favourite dog made into a pair of boots when it died. But that's nothing to Jax. She had her second husband made into cagoule when he died.
Oh, don't be ridiculous. A cagoule. Who ever heard of such a thing? It was a small evening-waisted jacket with Chanel buttons. As in life, he was a tight fit that never suited me very well.
Has everybody finished eating?
Yes, thank you. That was wonderful.
Yes, such a food is the reason why I live in France.
No, you should have stayed there.
Excuse me, I have to go to the bathroom to touch up something.
Pats, quick, darling, quick. Let's go while she's on the toilet.
Eddie, she's just warming up. She's having a little pick-me-up. Look, okay, Eddie, do you remember that fantastic song by Jacques Brel? It was written for her.
No, it was
and
not.
if one day I should become a singer with a Spanish bum.
Pat, stop it.
Worship that. It was.
Yes, it was. Someone's yakking up into toilet upstairs. Could you make him stop? We can't hear to tell it.
Oh my God! How else do you think she stays so fantastically thin? I mean, it's a perfectly normal thing to do in royalty, for God's sake. I'd still do it. If I still could.
Why can't she?
She had a bypass, darling.
A heart bypass.
Stomach, darling.
You're all right, Jack. You've got everything you need. It's just that we should be on our way if we want to make a night of it, you know.
Oh, no, darling, you go without me. I'll stay here. I'm just looking for some hand cream.
But it's a pretty fabulous place.
Pats, I'm too tired. But it's been very nice to see family again.
Well, it's been nice to see you too, Jax. Thanks for taking the time to drop by.
Nice to see you too, Pats. I like your hair.
Do you?
Yes, it's lovely.
Yeah, well, it grew back quite nicely, actually.
Oh, yes. Snip, snip. Kids, huh?
Yeah.
And sisters. But you were always the lucky one, Pats.
Lucky.
Well, yes, I know you ended up a childless spinster, but at least our mother loved you.
Did she?
You went to live with her, didn't you? She sent you to school, didn't she?
Yes, but by the time I got to kindergarten, I was bigger than the teacher.
Darling, you went. My God, I was ripped from her body and thrown into the Paris gutter. She didn't give birth, she had something removed. Take it away and bring me another lover. Exactly.
I thought that was my birth.
Darling, she only had one story. Pax, you've done all right. You've got this friend.
Jax, you've got the life.
Yes, but darling, listen. You've got your friend Eddie and this house.
Yes, yeah.
I don't think Eddie likes me.
Don't worry about that, Jax. I mean, why should you care?
She likes you, though.
Do you think so?
Do you think Eddie would mind if I came to stay here for a couple of months?
What?
I don't have anywhere to live at the moment. Ask her for me, will you?
Jax, what about Paris and Saint-Tropez?
Oh, darling, that was 20 years ago. The wives got the houses, not the hookers. I need some money and a place to live. I've got this little scheme going with a friend in France.
Oh, yeah.
Until it gets underway, I need some help.
A little scheme, a little something.
A little refuge for stray cats and dogs.
Oh yeah, like cats on crack.
No, Pats. For cats and dogs.
Oh no. No, Jax, not the woman who smoked opium with Chairman Mao and Che Guevara.
Oh, just a little unwanted one.
Who was that when Nuriab defected? Who introduced Jackie to Elle?
Some of those little guys have only got one eye.
Who made Dylan go electric? This woman does not run a pet hotel.
Oh, darling, if only you could see their little faces.
Jax, remember how it used to be? I mean, of course you're tired. Everybody gets tired, but just have a little sniff and you'll be okay.
Oh, no, not anymore.
Jax, remember, Brill and Serge Gainsbourg, I mean, those guys didn't even get out of bed till 2 a.m. Remember, you used to say, never conform.
Look at my little babies.
Siamese cats! You used to wear those, Jax! Remember, you used to say, heighten the contradictions. Oh, Jax, come on, come out with us tonight. We've got a whole night waiting to be lit.
Oh, no.
Oh, Jax, look, I can get you drugs, I can get you surgeons, I can get you money. We have a whole lives ahead of us.
Oh, Pats, I'm 72.
Oh my God. Well, what does that make me?
Mom, why don't you come and sit and watch with us?
Because I should be having fun, Susie. She is still here, and so am I. Pats, you have failed on every count, darling. You know, I am being forced to see in the new year on telly, darling, and that in my book is about as low as you can go.
I'm sorry.
But, sweetie, you know, what really kills me is that you value that viper tongue, tight arse, tight lip, walking hypodermic more than our friendship.
Oh, no, Eddie, I don't. It's just that, she's got me in this moral dilemma.
Pats.
Yes, Eddie.
You have no morals, darling.
But Pats, I have nowhere to live.
Yeah, next time, darling. Bye, Jack.
sweetie, what time is it?
It's 10.
Oh, I better be on my way.
Sunday.
Oh no, sweetie. Oh no.
Happy?
No, God.
Happy?
Oh God, no, sweetie. No.
Happy birthday. Oh, sweetie.
No, it's true then. Oh, darling. How old am I then? No, don't tell me. I'm
You're 40.
Sweetie, I don't feel 40.
Well, you don't look... Come now, it's not the end of the world. It's just a day like any other day.
Just a day like any other day, sweetie. You know, it's like I hit an oil slick at 35 and now I'm skidding towards the grave, darling. No, sweetie, do I look any different? Huh? You know, look into my face. Tell me, what do you see, sweetie? What do you see? Look, who do you see there, darling? You know, you can lie. I'm just looking for a response here, darling.
Get Patsy to do it. She's much better at it than me. You look like a 40-year-old that's just woken up.
Well, I haven't even been to sleep, darling. I couldn't sleep. You know, I could feel the 40ness creeping up on me. You know. Oh, sweetie. Have you looked out the window? Are the buzzards circling?
Do you want your present now or later?
I don't know.
Might tear you up.
What? What is that?
Oh, never mind.
No, you've got to speak up, darling. You know, messages take longer to reach old ears. Old brains. Old ears now, darling.
Old ears or not, try and concentrate. It's your birthday and you have a choice. Either make this hell for everyone else and yourself to sulk and feel sorry for yourself, or get up, cheer up, and enjoy the day.
Well, I made up my mind, sweetie. If my mother hadn't uncrossed her legs, I could be 2 weeks younger. Feels like the end of my life, darling.
It's not the end of your life. You're only halfway through it. Not a prospect I find all too thrilling, believe you me.
Thank you, darling.
Just find something to look forward to, for God's sake.
Oh, and you know a lot about it, do you? You know a lot about being 40. I mean, how often have you been 40, sweetie? Never, darling, never. This is something that's happening to me, something that I've got to deal with. And I'm sorry if it sounds selfish, darling, but my bloody 40th birthday, it's about me. God, I need some space. Oh, Jesus, darling, I hope you're not going to be organising a party or anything, are you? No? You're not going to organise a special little treat, you know, something gorgeous or anything like that, are you, sweetie?
It's going to be a surprise.
No, darling, no. I don't want a surprise. You know, if there's going to be a surprise party, darling, I want to know about it. You know, then I can decide if I want to be there or not. And if I do want to be there, what am I going to wear? You know, you can't expect me to go to any old party, darling. You know, anyway, I don't want a party. No, I don't want a party. You know, I don't want a special, huge, gorgeous sort of birthday party with all my friends and, you know, some celebrities and, you know, little Japanese finger foods and a great huge band and tequila slammers all run at midnight, darling. You know, no, I don't want that, sweetie.
Right, I'll cancel it then.
No, sweetie, I do want it, I do. So what are you organising then? Tell me what?
Mum, I didn't know what you wanted, so I've invited a few people over for family lunch.
Family lunch, sweetie. What exactly do you consider to be family, huh? I mean, we're not exactly the bloody Waltons, are we, sweetie? Not just you and my mother, I hope.
Stop behaving like this, please.
Oh, darling, this is the way I behave. It's the way I always behave. You know, it's my bloody birthday. I can behave any way I like. Remember that, darling, house rules. You know, especially towards someone who didn't even think that I would want a champagne breakfast on my birthday. You know, not even a bloody cup of tea on my 40th birthday.
Here. And don't bother opening it. Just throw it in the bin where it always goes.
Well, I want a list, sweetie. I want to know who you've invited. And I'm not saying I'm coming. Lacroix, sweetie. Lacroix. Christian Lacroix. Oh, sweetie, darling, you know. Darling, where did you get the usual ill-judged tat that you normally give me. I mean, you know, Christian Lacroix, darling. Sweetie, they are Christian Lacroix, aren't they? They're not just something you put in the box, are they?
Do you like them or not?
I like them if they're Lacroix.
They are.
Good, I like them. Oh, sweetie, it's Patsy here. Who took out the bubbles?
I did, for you.
Oh, darling, hold me a glass. Don't let it stand there getting warm, sweetie. No? No, darling, don't pop it. Don't pop it. You squeeze it out, squeeze it out. You know? So who have you invited then, darling?
Are you coming then?
No, I haven't said I'm coming, darling. I'm just asking you who you invited. You know, you're forcing me to ask.
Ugh. Well, it's you, me, and Gran.
God.
Granddad has to look after the house.
Well, I thought he was dead.
And Dad's coming, and Marshall is bringing his new girlfriend.
Overdosing on the ex-husbands, aren't we, darling? I didn't know Marshall was in town or from LA after his last breakdown. How long has he been here? Is my son with him? Is Serge with him, darling?
No.
Well, where is he?
He's taking lava samples in a volcano in Hawaii.
Well, did you invite him, darling? Did you?
I couldn't get hold of him. And yes, I faxed the volcano.
So that's it then, is it? I mean, that's the bloody guest list. You know, you, an old woman, 2 bastard ex-husbands, one with a bimbo of a girlfriend.
And Patsy.
Thank God for that.
And you.
No, darling, I haven't confirmed. No. So, what are you doing, sweetie? What are you doing?
I'm making lunch.
Making lunch. Cooking. You know, cooking on our cooker, sweetie.
Well, eventually. Why don't you go upstairs and have a bath and let me get on with it, please?
Well, can I help you with anything?
Oh, please do not offer. You've only ever used this cooker to light your cigarette off it.
That is simply not... It is true.
It'd be a nice change to have some normal food for once.
Darling, I like exotic food. You are what you eat, remember.
Which would make you a large vegetarian tart. Go upstairs and have a bath.
Sweetie. Darling, you have got someone to serve, haven't you? You have got someone, haven't you, sweetie? Yeah. Well, get a couple of Filipinos in, for God's sake. Don't look at me like that, sweetie. You know, they do get paid, you know. They're glad of it. You can be a socialist and still have staff. But no. We'll clear up our own plates on my birthday. No? Clear up our own plates on my bloody birthday, you know. I'm happy to work on my bloody birthday, sweetie, you know. Some bloody birthday I'm having. You know, you'd think being 40 you could expect a bit more. A pair of old earrings and some miserable old family and friends coming over for lunch and, you know, my one pride and joy, my son wasn't even invited. And now we're going to be forced to eat your cooked food, darling, and we're going to have to clean up our own plates. Ah! Did you hit me, sweetie? That's illegal, isn't it? Not allowed to hit your parents. Ow, sweetie, ow.
Go upstairs and don't come down unless you can behave. I'm fed up with it, Mum.
Sorry, darling.
No, not now, no.
I don't want to go upstairs, sweetie. Go. You know, I like my earrings, darling. You know, should I go and have a bath in my earrings, sweetie? Lovely, lovely earrings. You know, that my lovely, lovely daughter gave me.
It's only me, dear. Is everything all right?
Oh, hi, Gran. Oh, everything's all right. I'm
sent Mum up to have a bath. Why don't you go and check on her?
Oh, no. I waited in the corridor until I was sure she'd gone back up. Is there anything I can do, dear?
No.
Anything to chop or peel?
No, all done.
Anything to cook?
No.
Anything to wash up?
All done.
Oh, is there nothing at all I can do for you?
No, Gran. Gran, I need that bowl.
Oh, there you are. You see, not completely useless, are we?
Hello. Hi, Marshall.
Hello, I'm Beau. You must be Saffron.
Yes, Saffron. Where's your mother?
She's upstairs. She'll be down soon.
Right.
Perhaps I should pop up and say hi. Give her a hello hug. Clear the vibes before a bunch of people get here.
No.
Would you like to go upstairs into the sitting room?
Oh no, I like the kitchen. It's the heart, the warm centre of family life. We like it here, don't we, Marshall?
How is your mother?
She's fine. The same. A bit wider.
Right. And how are you?
Oh, you know, the same. This is your water, Marshall. I see 3 cubes of ice. Shall I put it here for you?
Yes. Is that a lemon in it?
Is that a lemon in Marshall's water?
Not a whole one.
Oh, I think it is, dear.
Will you take it out for me?
Oh, of course. Excuse me. Hello. Hello. Excuse me. Could I get a cloth or a dish or a napkin to put this in? I think I'm going to take out some ice.
Oh, that'll be nice.
I'm going to take out some ice. This water's really gassy, by the way.
Are you sure you can manage with just pure water, Marshall? It is a party. Come on, have a drink. Oh, come on, you used to enjoy a little drink. Come on, a little drink won't kill you. After all, it's a party. Now, come on, have a little sip. Have a teeny-weeny sip of a little drink. Come on, teeny-weeny sip.
Marshall has had a drug and alcohol addiction problem. Don't feel embarrassed, we talk about it freely. He used to shoot up.
Oh, dear. Are you sure?
I see olives. Those are black olives and those are green olives. Shall I pick one for you, dear?
Yes.
Please stay and talk to them.
No!
Please stay.
I'd rather kiss a baboon's bottom, as the saying goes.
Hi, Dad.
Hello, sweetheart. Now, I want you to know that we all think it's a very brave thing that you're doing. Whatever happens, it's the thought that
It's
counts.
the thought that stinks.
What would an old woman know? Not that being old can't be beautiful and not doing something can't be positive. Something smells yummy.
And then, what time are we aiming for eating?
2 o'clock? I don't have an exact schedule.
Marshall may have to eat sooner. He's hypoglycemic. He gets low energy and constipation if I don't flush it out.
Here, have a crisp.
There you go.
Happy birthday, Ed. Looking great.
They're all here, Pats.
Oh, who's here?
Everybody. You know, they're downstairs, but I've told them I'm not coming
Oh,
downstairs.
sweetie.
Yeah. But I want you to go down, darling. You know, go down and get me a drink. You know, give us a bottle or something.
Yeah.
Thanks. You know, bring a bottle, darling. And while you're down there, speak, you know, talk about me a bit. talk about me a bit.
All right, sweetie. Champagne. Champagne.
Yes, darling, bring another bolly. They'll be on the moor, but bring the bolly, darling.
Yeah.
I want you to look around my house again, Justin. I'm sure there must be something that can go on the Antique Roadshow. Don't even look at her. She was always doing that as a child.
Rescue remedy! Get some rescue remedy!
No, get away from me, get away from me, get away from me. I didn't know a party could have drinks before it even begun. Here, Eddie.
Oh, thank you, darling. Thank you, darling. And don't worry, the rest of you. I'm not staying, you know. Carry on enjoying yourself at my expense.
Mum, are you all right?
So you can see me, sweetie. I'm not invisible. Well, it's too late, sweetie. It's too late. Oh, 40 years, Pats.
Hack it with a razor if you want sympathy, darling.
Oh, yeah. I think I should do that because I don't know. I'm so bloody sore and not even a mark.
Mum, can I come in?
Well, what is it, sweetie? Have you come to hit me again?
Are you all right?
What? What, darling? What? You know, it's mainly sort of internal injuries.
Where's Patsy?
It's on the loo. What?
Please come downstairs and eat with us.
What? We're not talking to you, Pats.
Well,
what, darling? You know, I have to do everything, don't I? I've got to shift up, I've got to get up, I've got to get dressed, I've got to go downstairs. You know, nobody thinks of coming up to see me, do they? I've been here for hours on my own, being 40. On my own, darling, being 40. You know, I'd have to be 80 and dribbling into my incontinence pants before anyone thought of coming to see me.
You got any tights and knickers I could borrow? I didn't get home last night.
In the drawer, Pats.
He had an arse so tight it was bouncing off the walls.
oh my God, we're about to eat.
Oh, darling, that's hardly a highlight, is it? I mean, there's hardly a delicious smorgasbord waiting downstairs for me, is there?
Mum.
What, darling? You know, Pats, what's taking so long to find a pair of knickers?
Have you got any G-strings or are they all jumbo?
Darling, there must be a G-string in there somewhere, you know? Not that I've worn them for a few years. You know, not since I caught sight of my rear end in the mirror at Harvey Nichols trying something on. You know, thought I was sharing the cubicle with a sumo wrestler. Well, what, darling? I have to go plunging vertically headlong down a vertical staircase for you to even raise an eyebrow these days.
Please come down and eat with us.
Yeah, well, sweetie, I'll come down if you change those awful pants.
You bought me these.
What? Those not the ones from Benetton, are they, sweetie? You know, how do you look like this in clothes? You look different. You know, when anyone else in the world they'd look different. How do you do this to clothes, sweetie?
The only thing she'd look good in is a body bag.
I think you'll find that they've all got crotches.
No.
Just try and relax and enjoy yourself.
Try and relax and enjoy yourself. Oh, Pats, better go down, darling. It's the lost. What about that, darling? Yeah.
You're not eating, Patsy.
No liquid lunch for me, Mrs. M.
Oh, no wonder you look like a scarecrow. Men like something they can get hold of, don't they, Justin?
You know, you have a terrific figure.
Oh, you have a terrific figure, darling. You know, isn't that sweet? Isn't she the cutest thing?
Mum.
What, darling? I'm being nice, you know. You know, where did you find her, Marshall? Floating around LA with the rest of the airheads. You've seen through a few of those in the last 15 years, haven't you?
Mum, you promised.
Oh, sweetie, I'm being nice here, darling. You've got to take some. You've got to do do something to take our bloody minds off the vegetable bloody mousse.
How's the script coming along, Marshall?
Yes, Marshall, how is the script coming along? You know, is this the same script that you've been writing for the last 15 years, darling?
It's at a very exciting stage, thank you.
Yes, Marshall has just signed a development deal with Paramount. It's at a very exciting stage.
So, sweetie, do you want me to clear the plates?
No.
You know?
I'll do it.
I'm happy to work on my birthday, sweetie. Happy to work on my birthday. You know? Oh, darling, will you please not do that in front of me? I think I'm going to throw up. And I thought I was mad.
No, you are mad.
So, sweetie, what do you want me to do now that I have cleared the plates? Isn't there something we need to sort of cut up around here, sweetie?
So you're an antiques?
Yes. I own an antique shop with my partner, Oliver.
Oh, is that what you call it now, darling? Antique shop, huh? You know, a few pieces of miserable furniture. You have to ring a bell before they'll let you in. You know, talk about welcoming. Vincent Price could take lessons from you, darling.
I've always wanted to know how they make furniture look so old.
That's easy. Let it live with Adina for a few years. That'll do the trick.
Oh, I like old things. They make me feel so scented and warm. It must be so satisfying handling antiques.
Mum, where are you going?
Darling, I'm going upstairs to powder my nose. You know, I promise you, darling, I'll be back soon. Pats, 40 years, darling. You know, 40, you know, it feels like my life has been lived and I don't even know how, darling. You know, I've got this house, I've got all the stuff in this house, I've got a child and 2 ex-husbands downstairs and I don't know how I got them. I don't even know if I want them anymore, darling. You know, I want my bedroom, you know, with my posters and my record players, sweetie. You know, not wearing makeup without frightening people. You know, I went to this party, sweetie, and I thought that I looked so gorgeous, so cool, you know, and I was flirty and I was loud and I was gorgeous as Kathleen Turner, as Marissa Berenson, as everybody, sweetie. And I came home, darling, and I looked at myself in this bloody mirror here, sweetie, and I was completely annihilated. You know, my hair had kind of gone flat and parted itself in the middle. And I had a piece of food here, darling. You know, here. And how long it had been there, I don't know, sweetie. You know, probably the whole night. You know, eyes like peepholes, no lipstick. Oh, darling. I looked like a 200-year-old red Indian dead dwarf, sweetie. Come here, darling. Oh, yes. Oh, yeah. Come on, darling. Oh, yeah.
Can I just have a quality moment? Can I? I just want to stop and say, let's hold hands.
Oh, please, no.
Oh, come on, everybody. Hold hands, feeling circle. Quick, you two. Come over I just want to say thank you to whatever being or entity brought us together on this special day.
Yes, that's enough, Bo. I think we all know why we're here.
Duty.
I'm here for my daughter.
Well, it's got to be more than that. I mean, both you and Marshall married her. Of course, it was an error on Marshall's part.
He was stoned.
Worst trip of my life.
Why, you haven't married her, Justin. I'll never know.
It seemed like a good idea at the time, and she was going through a bad patch.
Well, at least you got away lightly. You got away without being sucked dry. You know, I'm paying child support for a child I'm supporting. And I'm paying for this house. What do you think of that?
I'm paying for this house.
How much?
How much?
She said she got nothing from you.
Nothing. Marshall pays plenty.
I've got this.
I pay plenty!
Damn it!
Dad, what's the matter?
Oh, never mind, sweetheart.
You see, dear, it's not over. How much money could they possibly need? She's got a tiny little daughter who hardly eats anything.
You know today's bloody no smoking day, don't you?
Bloody no smoking day. Don't do bloody no smoking day.
Don't do bloody no drinking day, do they, darling?
No drink, can't have that, darling. No, can't have that.
Yeah, darling.
They don't do bloody no shooting people. They do their sweetie.
No wearing bloody awful clothes day, don't do that, do they, darling?
And darling, sweetie, no being a bloody boring old fuck day, do they?
Does everyone want to know how much longer you're going to be in there burning josh sticks?
Come on, darling, come on.
We're gonna get this way.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Mother. Happy birthday to you.
Sweetie.
Can I just say one little thing?
Yes.
Every life is more or less a trash can, among whose garbage we have to look out what that person ought to have been.
Do you want me to deal with her, Ed?
No.
In with anger, out with love.
Are you still here, darling?
I have to give you your present.
Oh, yes, it's my birthday. I get presents. I've already got this lovely pair of. Where's the other one gone?
Down the toilet, Ed.
Oh, I didn't like them anyway. You know, this lovely little pair of earrings from my lovely daughter and a lovely little thing from Pat. Marshall, where's my prezi, darling?
Bo?
I have the gift.
What the buggery bollocks is this?
It's a signed copy of my book on ancient oils.
Next!
Aren't you insulted by that, Marshall?
No, look, I've lived with Adina. Believe me, that's flirtation.
So, Justin. Sweetie, where's my prezi?
It's in the hall.
In the hall? Oh, not another piece of old furniture, I hope. Come, Pat, in the hall, sweetie.
Well done, Slappy. She's had an almost perfect day.
This money thing is not done with.
Yes, we'll sort it out.
Understand me?
We will sort it out.
Do you understand me?
Yes, Bo.
All right, just checking. I'll do an inventory of the house.
Look, I own most of the things in this house.
Oh, That does it then. It's time to call in the lawyers.
I'll call my lawyer on Monday.
Oh, we have a great man in LA.
Listen, leave it to me.
Sorry I'm late, sweetie. I've been clearing out my wardrobe. I'm throwing out all those hideous, revolting, unfashionable clothes that I will not wear because they are not fashion. Put them on the floor to throw out.
I thought you'd put them on, dear.
What are you doing here?
I remember those trousers.
You know, how come whenever I see you, all I think of is wear and tear? Wear and tear? No, you don't. These are new.
Oh, I was surprised you hung on to those. It was rather a struggle to get into them even when you were young. In fact, it was rather like trying to get toothpaste back into a tube.
We do not mention age in this house, thank you very much.
Oh, still feeling touchy about turning 40?
Oh, shush, shush, shush. You know, darling, help me here. Tell her the 70s are back.
Oh, does that mean to say you're going to vote Labour again, dear?
Sweetie, I have always voted Labour, and I'm only talking about the fashion.
Thank God for that. Would have wanted to relive that childhood again.
Oh, sweetie, make Mummy a cup of coffee, will you, darling, out of our machine, will you, sweetie?
Oh, a cappuccino.
A cappuccino, that's right, yes. Will you, darling, please do that? You know, make the most of Mummy before you run away to university to become a student.
Oh, so you told her about that, did you? Well done, dear.
Why anyone wants to be a student these days is beyond me. You know, no fun, darling. You know, no demos, no experimental drug taking. Just industry fodder, darling. And at least in my day, people went to university to shut them down. What's your protest going to be, sweetie? You know, pair of stripy tights and some licorice all sorts earrings? Oh, wow, you know, send out the National Guard.
It's only jealousy, dear.
I could have been a student.
Oh, thick as two short planks. That's what your report cards always say.
They did not, sweetie. Ask Patsy, she wrote most of them.
We're out of milk.
Out of milk? Why, haven't Harrods been today?
I'll pop out and get some.
No, darling, that would be a complete waste of money.
And how would you know? When was the last time you bought a carton of milk?
A carton of milk? Oh, stop it, sweetie. Stop being so hung up about money. It's all just pounds, shillings and pence to me.
It probably was the last time you had anything to do with it. The Queen carries more cash. The whole life is on account.
Darling, I'll just have coffee. I'll have it black.
Oh, I'll have a black cappuccino, Safi.
Espresso.
Oh, I am in rather a hurry. In fact, I think I'd better be going. I'm trying to catch the post.
What kind of archaic little world do you live in?
Goodbye, dear.
Bye, Gran.
Oh, just leave. And that reminds me, just leave and go straight out the front door. Do not go upstairs to my bedroom to go and steal things.
I don't know what she's talking about. She's deranged.
I walked past that sorry excuse of a charity shop of yours yesterday. I saw your handiwork in the window. Must be the only genuine Versace Lacroix quilty bedspread thing in the universe.
Gran, you didn't.
No, it was in a bin liner, dear.
It was my dry cleaning.
Well, if you do fall on hard times, dear, and you need to sell anything, I have this friend of mine, and she has this little shop.
Brick and brack and nick and knack and things, any old junk taken. Why don't you trade yourself in?
Well, she'd give you a very good price, dear.
Oh, just go.
Well, I'm only trying to help. Oh, arrivederci.
Bye, Gran. Bye.
Bye, Gran. Bye, Gran. Mum and Gran. Mum and Gran. Mum and Gran. Oh, God, it's so depressing, darling. It's like something out of EastEnders. You know? Haven't you got a better name for that thieving old person? You know, something like Mooney or Nanu or Old Kaka. The door. Light! Oh, Pats! Oh, you didn't get another non-smoking cab again, did you? Oh, coming these days. Anyone's not lit, sweetie. Come back.
Bloody bastard asthmatic cab driver!
Oh, give it to me, sweetie. Oh, well, I hope you refuse to pay him.
As one of your account cabs said, I think you should get him fired. Oh.
So not only do you want him to die of passive smoking, but you want to deny him any living of any kind.
Well, passive smoking that was shortening your life, sweetie.
If only.
For your information, darling, you have to take in great big lung buckets for it to make any difference.
Yeah, not little wasp breaths.
Oh, and excuse me, if I don't die of passive boredom or passive Dallas ditchwater daughter-induced stress, darling.
Whole bloody hour it took me. I mean, I nearly didn't make it.
Sweetie, why didn't you use those nicotine patches that I always give you for for these occasions?
I did. They're all dead now. Can you get these ones off my back?
You ready, sweetie?
Yeah. Ow!
Oh. Okay, ready? Ready?
Oh!
Darling, I think most of these aren't working anymore. In fact, they seem to be leaching something off your skin, darling, rather than the other way around.
She's probably recharging them.
You ready, sweetie?
Yeah. Oh, Eddie, don't rip so hard.
Let's be careful. At her age, the skin slides off like a well-cooked chicken.
Sweetie, for your information, there are people who would pay a lot of money for Patsy's body.
Morticians? Oh, I wonder how much you would get for a well-embalmed carcass. No wonder she's always been refused a donor card.
Bond Street, a little sniff around Gucci, side left to Ralph Lauren and onto Quarks for a lifeline.
Oh, yum, yum, yum.
Tell her.
Sweetie, I have to go to town.
Mum.
To the office. I have to go and meet my accountant at the office, darling.
Why?
Because her bastard father and Marshall are trying to cut off my alimony, that's why.
She's been bleeding them dry for years.
Whose side are you on, sweetie? Do you want us to be poor?
We'll be poor.
Oh, that's got you worried.
No, Eddie, we simply can't allow this. I mean, this isn't alimony, this is compensation.
Yes.
For what?
Darling, for all of those crippling hours of painful labour that I had to go through on your behalf.
Mum, you had a cesarean.
Yes, sweetie, I did, But, sweetie, how do you think it feels for Mummy to wake up every morning, darling, and look down at her tummy and see it smiling back up at her? You can't put a price on that.
Come on, let's go.
Darling. Little meeting, big lunch.
Yeah. Come on, Nolly.
So, what do you think? Should we go to Bob's or Daphne's?
No.
Either way, sweetie, either way. Right, everything's under control. Don't panic.
Mum, relax. We're on time. Actually, we're a bit early.
Oh, come on, Ed. Let's make a dash for it before the bastard gets
No,
here.
darling, we can't. Where's Bubble? Bubble! Where's Bubble?
Is this it?
Wake up, Bubble. Wake up, darling. Oh, somebody operate her, please. Jeepers creepers. Oh, blimey, you're here. Was I asleep?
It's hard to tell.
Oh, I've been here for hours.
Oh, I'll be really annoyed if I've missed lunch.
It's 11 o'clock.
It's just I'm really, really tired.
Do we have to listen to all of this?
Oh, sweetie, we're early, thanks to Saf.
I turned on the whatchamacallit this morning.
Radio?
I want to say telephone, but that's not right. No, that's not right. You look at it.
Television.
That's it. Good morning television. Which I normally don't do because I find myself falling asleep again like that.
Good morning, television. My God, if they could market that in pill form, Switzerland would be plunged into a recession.
Anyway, they said, leave home now, there's a strike on the buses. It was really urgent. So I did, and I got here hours ago.
On the tubes?
No, I only live down the road, I walk here. Well, it must be bonkers. I wonder what they're telling everybody else.
Darling, have you seen my accountant?
She's talking to you.
Oh, what does he look like?
He looks like an accountant, sweetie.
A bitter paper pusher, always pushing salaries bigger than his own and resenting every second.
Good day.
Hi, Malcolm. Hello. Hello. Please sit down. Thank you.
Ah, yes. Good morning, Mrs. Monsoon.
Now, Malcolm.
Malcolm, would you like a cup of tea?
Oh, yes, that would be nice. Thank you.
Bubble.
Bubble, tea for Malcolm.
Oh, right.
Oh, sweetie, I just got to... Sweetie, I just
Mum,
want to...
please sit down. Sit. I'm sorry, Malcolm.
Well, first of all, I think we should look at the fiscal and the
Oh,
balance
God,
sheet.
I'm so bored.
Oh, don't be intimidated by him, Eddie. I mean, look at him. There's nothing macho about having an O-level in maths, a floppy disk, and a personality bypass. Come on, let's go to lunch.
Yes, let's go to lunch,
No,
sweetie.
Mum, sit down. Malcolm is here to help you, so sit down and shut up.
Sweetie, look, all I want to know is how much money of my own have I got? Then I want you to make it look like less so that my husbands can't cut me off, all right?
Well, first of all, let me say that the question of alimony is now settled.
Oh, good. Then we can go to lunch. I mean, then we can go, darling.
You are no longer receiving payments.
You bastard!
They can't do that, can they?
They have.
Oh, so, sweetie, you knew about this, did you? You know, Malcolm, am I poor?
Just say yes or no.
Let me explain.
Oh, no!
No, don't explain.
You know, look, all I want to know is how much money have I got? Why will you never tell me? I mean, I've got 2 businesses, haven't I?
Oh, yes, your businesses. Oh.
What's this? You know, what's this? What's this? You know, this is a very successful PR company. There must be money in it.
Oh, well, there will always be talented, creative people in need of publicity.
If they were talented and creative, they wouldn't need me, all right?
Unfortunately, there's not very much profit showing at the moment.
What about my shop?
Oh, yes, your shop. We were talking about that in the office this morning. Oh, it's very difficult, but you see, stock seems to come in and then go out, but is never paid for.
Most of it's in our sitting room.
Oh.
Oh, sweetie, you didn't have to tell him that. You know, Malcolm, I like to think of my home as a showroom, all right?
Oh.
Right. Tell Mum what you can do, Malcolm. Now listen, Mum, please.
Well, what you could do is to sell off your businesses and live very happily on the proceeds.
Sell off. Sell off. You must be mad. I mean, you make myself unemployed. Sweetie, do you know what the government does to people who are unemployed? They make them do community service. You know, installing loft insulations into urine-stinking old people's home for the incontinent, sweetie. Not me, darling. I'm not doing that. You 2 conspirators can think again. What do you want to do? What's all this? You want to go through my accounts?
Yes, I think what we could do is to go through every of your monthly bills and then make a cut where possible. No? Yes.
Well, what?
Right. What about pedicure and nose plucking?
Sweetie, that is a legitimate business expense. You know, important for business for me to look good. You know, I'm not like Safi. I can't walk around looking like that.
Stale old piece of toast.
Exactly. You know, it takes more than a cold flannel and a pot of oatmeal scrub from the body shop for me, you know. Darling, I can't go around meeting clients smelling like an old bowl of porridge. You know, these are all valid business expenses. Business. My flowers.
Oh,
Business.
Jitsag?
My shiatsu.
Oh, Jeffrey Weinbaum.
Decorator.
Oh yes, and this one comes up time and time again. Don Alfonso de Colombo.
Wicker baskets.
Yeah. Parasite.
Oh, leave Patsy alone, sweetie. This is not her fault. You know, we are here trying to sort this out, darling. And he is doing nothing about that terrible amount of tax that I have to pay each year.
I'm doing everything I can within the law.
Within the law? You know, what use is an accountant to me if he's within the law? I might as well do this myself. No, in fact, I think I will, darling. Come, Pat, let's go.
No, Mum, please, you promised me you would listen to Malcolm. He's not got an easy job, you know. No, what's up?
Wasp, sweetie. No, come, Pat. Wasp.
Come on. No, Malcolm, you need to shred all of this. It's not just... Please give me your pen, thank you. So we can take all of that out. I don't know, why does she even have... Bubble?
Tea.
Told her to go choose a smaller car and get rid of that ridiculous driver and limo.
I hope you didn't tell her I was paying for you to go to university, did you?
I had to.
Oh, no.
Come on, Dad, it's your idea. She's got more money in little schemes and investments that's good for her to know about. Malcolm and I just wanted to frighten her into slimming things down for a bit.
Well, she's never been a great one for slimming, dear. She could eat air and put on weight.
Well, I just intend for her to think that she's poor long enough to cut down on most of the excesses.
They say all daughters turn into their mothers.
Dad!
Oh, here we go.
Darling, Sam.
Dad's here, remember what you promised?
Darling, I promise to be civilized down to the tips of my platform toes. Justin,
Hello, Edina.
would you like me to make you a cup of coffee, Justin, you know, in our machine? Yeah? Of course, there may not be coffee to put in the machine, seeing as Harrods no longer visits us every day. In fact, the only daily visits we get are from the Red Cross. You know, but still, you know, I suppose I could go through the motions. You might quite like that. Might be a little bit
Just like our marriage.
Oh, sweetie, isn't it lovely to see Mummy and Daddy sharing a little joke like this?
I'm glad you're taking this so well.
How you could have decided to cut me off is beyond me, just so that you can send that to further education. You know, what kind of a father are you? Darling, well, I think it's time to go shopping with Pats. Pats!
Justin?
Patsy.
Did you get a smaller car?
Minuscule, darling.
Practically a bicycle.
You know, this big, this big.
Here's the list.
Shopping list for Mum. Milk. Where do I go for milk?
Food hall on the left, past the fish.
Well, if we're going to the food hall, darling, you can get everything there, that's easy.
No, you can't go to Harrods to get your groceries.
Of course you can! You can't expect people that live in Knightsbridge to eat out all the time.
Go to the supermarket.
What?
The supermarket where normal people get groceries.
Supermarket? Supermarket shopping for Mum. supermarket shopping for mum, Pats. Milk, cod steaks, apples for Safi. Milk, cod steaks, apples for Safi. Milk, cod steaks, apples for Safi.
She got a convertible, didn't she?
How? How did she manage to follow an instruction but still waste money on a stupid car?
At least she got rid of that driver, dear.
Now she's gone grocery shopping. How badly can it really go?
Driving without a license, driving without insurance, not wearing a seatbelt, having no tax displayed, driving over the legal limit, driving under the influence of alcohol, allowing another person to drive your vehicle under the influence of alcohol, in the region of £5,000 of parking fees owing, £6,000 of damage to property, charges of aggravated assault and abuse, harassment and public intoxication, the charges of attempted murder and robbery had been dropped. Shoplifting.
My name is Patsy Stone. I'm an alcoholic, and what she did was an act of humanitarian mercy.
That is no reason to steal a crate of champagne.
Do you have any idea what champagne costs? I was forced to steal it. My daughter would not allow me to buy it.
Miss Monsoon, I must ask you to sit down and stop wasting the court's time. The same to you, Miss Stone. The sum of £50,000 will be paid by you in damages, and a further fine of £2,000. You will also be held liable for all costs incurred.
Getting rid of the driver was a little bit of false economy, wasn't it, sweetie?
And a lifetime ban on driving. And finally, Miss Monsoon...
May I just say something in my defence?
Oh, I suppose so, if you must.
Mum, your mouth is working for the prosecutor.
Darling, this is what I do well. You can pick up tips for the debating society, sweetie. Without notes, Saf, without notes. Right. Yes. I, the proposed accused, would like to say that the day in question was not a good day for me, all right? But I put it to you that no day could have been a good day for me, with the way this country's run. I was just trying to go from A to B, to live my life, to do a little bit of shopping. I was trying to take control of my life, only to find it controlled for me by petty bloody bureaucracy and little bits of bloody paper and these terrible, ridiculous little laws and petty rules that just stop you from any action, getting anything done, and before you know it, you've broken the law. I mean, why can't life just be made a little bit easier for everybody? Why can't it be like on the continent? Where you can park on the pavement and go running down the road in front of charging bulls, with fireworks exploding out of your nose, and nobody blinks an eyelid. Because it's probably a local holiday, and nobody's at work because they just want to have a little bit of fun. And they're not inhibited by some outdated notion of a work ethic. We don't all, need to be looked after and made miserable, do we?
Is there a point in all this?
Yes. Yes. Why? Oh, why do we pay bloody taxes? You know, just so that we can have parking restrictions and buggery, ugly traffic officers and those bollocky pedestrian bloody crossings and the bastard railings in front of shops that won't let you get into them. You know, look, I know that they're there to stop stupid people from running out into the road and killing themselves, but we're not all stupid, are we? We don't all need nursemaiding. I mean, why not just have a stupidity tax? You know, tax the stupid people.
Let them die!
Any more of this stupid rant and I'll put you both away.